guys, it's Fred. This is going to be a early morning video. Very interesting. Woke up to this news. This is breaking news on this lady's channel. And she says a police source of hers has told her of a possible suspect in the Nancy Guthrie disappearance. And you know, she says that there was cameras. There was cameras. Sheila and I were asking in our last video why $1 million homes and neighborhoods like that didn't have cameras. Well, evidently they did. They had at least 2 cameras because she says plural. And she says that the cameras were destroyed, but the sheriff's department now has them in evidence. Now they're trying to get the footage from the security company that processes the cameras. So there may be some footage out there that they're trying to get. She says that the entrance, or at least the exit, was made in the back door. The back door is the door that was kicked in, that was broken, that was left open. It was the back door, not the front, even though there was blood inside the house as well as outside on the front sidewalk. A car has been taken into evidence. It's been towed and taken into evidence. And the car belongs to Savannah Guthrie's sister, Annie. Annie's husband is the possible suspect in this, according to this lady and according to her source. She said that the last correspondence, of course, was at 2 a.m. when the pacemaker broke contact with the iPhone. Ring camera was taken, was broken. Meds were left behind. They feel that her life is in danger. Her life's in danger either from kidnappers or maybe even possibly somebody that had other motives that she thought could pertain to maybe insurance or something. Life insurance, maybe. If you have any information, call 1-800. Call FBI, 1-800, call FBI. Not known how many people at this time are involved. It's an isolated incident. They don't think this is a serial kidnapper or something. As far as the ATM cards, Sheila had asked last night on our last video if there's any news on any credit cards missing or ATM cards, anything like that. She says that they have nothing on that. They have no information whether they are or not. There was forced entry. And they are waiting on the next company to provide video from the cameras. Said it's now been 72 hours. And of course the cameras were smashed. How many were involved? Don't know. Was ransom notes for real? She seems to think that, according to her source, that the ransom notes may be just a bad joke, a copycat. Ever who it was, she says that they knew that there was more than one camera, that they destroyed all the cameras. 2 ransom notes were sent out, one to the news and one to TMZ. What do you do when guys, there's no question, you know, in police work, I used to tell people, they'd say somebody knocked on my door at 2 o'clock in the morning. They said they were broke down. They said that their wife's in labor. They said, what do you, and it was a holdup. They've got robbed. And they said, well, what would you do if somebody knocks on your door or rings your doorbell at 3 o'clock in the morning? You do absolutely nothing. You do absolutely nothing. Now, if you think in the least that it's somebody and they say, I've had a car wreck and I need an ambulance, and then pick up the phone and call 911. Pick up the phone and call 911, period. If somebody's beating on your door or knocking or ringing the doorbell at 3 o'clock in the morning, first thing to do, call 911 and say, hey, somebody's at my door. I'm a little bit scared. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm by myself. And especially if you're a woman, of course, I'm talking about. Could you send the officer over here to check and see what's going on, see if they need help or see if it's somebody up to no good? You don't answer your door. Don't answer your door after midnight, after a certain hour. Annie Guthrie, that's the sister's name. That's the daughter's name, Annie Guthrie. And her husband is Thomas Cioni or something like that. And they're thinking that he's got some kind of a connection. You're going to hear her here in a second. And he's the prime suspect, according to this lady. I'm going to have to go on what she's saying because I don't know any of this, but this lady sounds like she knows what she's talking about. And of course, the family members always looked at first. The last people to see her was her daughter, Annie, and possibly Thomas, her son-in-law, that night, who would be beneficiaries of insurance and so forth she talks about. DNA. You know, she's saying there's no DNA found in the house or that wasn't associated with somebody else. Guys, if you're a family member, your DNA would be in that house. It wouldn't be unusual for a family member or somebody that's been in the house for their DNA to be there. So she doesn't believe the TMZ notes are for real. This guy's 50 years old. Let's let you hear her. And he was born in 1975. He's a school teacher from 2007 to present. He teaches science, and he put an album out. He's a musician. And again, this is her. Let's let her tell us what she knows here.
But they have towed Annie Guthrie's car. And there is some connection to Annie Guthrie's car and Nancy Guthrie's son-in-law. That would be Annie's husband, Tommaso Cioni, age 50, from Tucson, Arizona, married to Annie P. Guthrie, Savannah's sister. And my law enforcement source tells me that Tommaso Cioni is the prime suspect in this case. Again, law enforcement source tells me that Nancy Guthrie's son-in-law, married to Annie Guthrie, Savannah's sister, is maybe a prime suspect in.
Prime suspect. Now, that's what she's saying. And she's saying that she's got a reliable source that she's used many times, multiple times. That's dependable and credible, and that's what they're coming back with right now. So as of right now, that's all we know. Possible suspect in this case is her own son-in-law. Again, that's alleged, and everything I say is my opinion, speculation, and so forth. And what I'm saying is what she's saying. I'm just copying her part of that video there for the Fair Use Act. And this lady's a great reporter. We've seen a lot of work that she's done in the past. So stay tuned, guys. It may get interesting.